This year marks 45 years since Queen had their very first #1 with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, this week they're on track to take the top spots in the album charts with their new album, Live Around the World, featuring 20 recordings from their performances around the globe with Adam Lambert.
Well, we're joined now by Bryony Blake, Roger Taylor and Adam Lambert. Good morning to you. It's so lovely to see you this morning. And this is it. Look, it's always lovely to hold a bit of vinyl. And this is the album that we're talking about, Live Around the World. And Brian, actually, in a time when, you know, travelling the world is something that seems like a distant memory, you're sort of doing this for us through live music.
Yeah, it seems the best way to do it, really. We can all sit here and enjoy our our past travels and hope that we can do it in the future. Got to say, I'm feeling very gutted this morning at the loss of Edward Van Halen. That's
Yes,
I can't really get that off my mind.
Yeah.
Following everything, but I'm thrilled about the album. It seems to be doing great, and we're very grateful.
Yeah.
And so Roger, you had a 27-date European tour cancelled, you know, sort of tragically, one of those things that we, many artistic things that we lost because of the pandemic. More than 500,000 people have bought tickets to see you. So essentially, this is lovely because they couldn't come to see you. You've actually done the album, and this is the live experience that eventually, hopefully in 2021, they'll get.
Yes, it worked out very well. It really was the best way to sort of to cover this, really. I know it's not quite the real thing, but it's as close as we could get. And of course, we're going to be on tour next year now, hopefully, if everything's works out well.
And Adam, for you, I mean, sort of being on tour and travelling the world with the band, I mean, you know, it's lovely to have an album like this where you can get to experience some of that if you can't go to that gig because it's not on at the moment. Of course, in the future, you look forward to having that, but to capture the essence of what you guys do on an album.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough choice to figure out which tracks we included, which ones we had to leave off. You know, there was only so much room. So we included all these hits, and then we also included 2 songs that Freddie released as solo records that might be a little less well known, but we've kind of adapted them for this live arena sound, and that's Love Kills and oh shoot, what's the other one? It's early. I need my coffee.
We understand.
I was born to love you. Yes.
And as far as you're concerned, Adam, obviously, I mean, this is the first time I think you've, other than the song that you all released in lockdown, You Are the Champions. This is the first time that you've released anything with the guys. So a big difference between the first time this idea was put to you that could you not take Freddie's place in the band, but you know, but be a part of it, and also now releasing material with the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such an honor. You know, this whole experience with Brian and Roger has just been the sweetest thing, and it just keeps on going, and it's incredible. You know, I didn't think that auditioning for American Idol with Bohemian Rhapsody would have led to nearly a decade on the road together. And I'm so glad that we have this album now as a way to sort of commemorate the last 7 years of world tours. And, you know, it's sort of like the world's best scrapbook.
Yeah. And Roger, I mean, Phil mentioned there the song You Are the Champions, and this was a song that you released during lockdown, and all the proceeds go to the World Health Organization is distributed from there. And this is a really important one, not just because of what it does, but because your daughter, she's a GP, so she was on the front line during all of this.
Yes, I think I was particularly aware, because my daughter Rory is a GP, of really the lack of PPE at the time and the heroic behaviour of the NHS front line. It was incredible. And so it just seemed to fit in, and we even got her in our little video, which we made basically on iPhones.
Yeah. I mean, it just adaptation, and I think Rishi Sunak was talking about adaptation yesterday. We're interested to know what you think about this one.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Chancellor Rishi Sunak appeared to suggest in an interview with ITV News that struggling musicians and other artists should retrain and get a new job. And I just thought, for musicians such as yourself, Brian, and all of you, how you felt like that. If somebody had said to you in your career, well, do you know what, there's no live music anymore, so go and retrain and do something else. How do you feel about that?
You know, honestly, I saw it last night and I had a knee-jerk reaction, and I wrote this kind of Instagram thing saying, you know, why don't you get retrained as well? And then I thought, actually, did he really say that? And I actually checked and I saw the transcript. I don't think he actually said that, to be honest. So I think you can.
I can't pretend that everyone can do exactly the same job that they were doing at the beginning of this crisis. That's why we've put a lot of our extra resource into trying to create new opportunities for people.
Yeah, but it doesn't specifically say musicians should go out and get another job. I don't think so, you know. I mean, I know because I get misquoted so much and people kind of bend the quotes. I'm a little wary of jumping on people, that's all. Obviously, I don't want to get another job, you know, and on the face of it, it was insulting. But I think we're okay, you know. We're the same as our industry's been hit very hard, but everybody's industry's been hit hard. You know, we just make the best of it.
I love that. Well, you are all very, very much employed, and I actually love the bit of a U-turn, Brian, that you've done here as far as billboards are concerned. You say they're advertising monstrosities, but you see the album on it, and actually it's quite nice to see yourself up there.
Well, it's one of those ironies, isn't it? Yeah, I do hate the things, and I would gladly sacrifice them and not have our advertising on there. But seeing as they're up there, we may as well be on there. It's not our decision, of course. It's the record company who do this stuff. But yeah, I hate them. They're obscuring the sky and messing up life in general. Yeah, I don't like our lives being ruled by advertising at all. I'd get rid of them if I could. See, when I'm Prime Minister, they won't be there.
I think you're up against it's Oasis, isn't it? It would be great to be at #1, but tough competition. Roger?
Yes, I mean, but this business is always competition. It's always been tough competition. Look at it as competition, which I suppose after a while you do. Although really, it's all about the music and entertaining people and bringing some joy into somebody's life.
The music is amazing. The album is incredible.
It certainly is. And there it is, live around the world. That's Queen and Adam Lambert. Thank you all for joining us this morning.
Guys.
You take care. Look after yourself. Bye-bye.